Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suhaidatu and I run the Instagram account Suhaidatu. If this is your first time joining us, go grab yourself a drink and join me for one of the most beneficial uses of your time. On today's episode, we will be looking at 1,001 ways of using, wait for it, electric wire. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as well as non-binary folks, this simple wire, which is only seen as a means of conducting electricity, can be used for some fly hair accessories, jewelry, and simple tools. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. I beg. Please. It's the red one down there. That red one. Yes, go hit it and stay tuned. I have some cowries and beads from a leftover project. Thank you, Bleachy. And then I have some pebbles, and of course the main material, the wire. And then we have a lighter. Now you don't need to have a lighter. I'm using this as a mold for one of the tools, but anything that kind of gives you this rounded rectangular shape is fine. So you can use this, then some glue, and then we have some bits of fabric. As you can see, there are the sleeves of shirts. This one is actually from my recent video on Instagram where I cut up a shirt and made my own design. You should check it out on Instagram. The link is below. And of course I have scissors, I have a pen. Again, the pen is also going to be used as a mold. And these handy little pincers. Now pliers will do. Pliers would completely do. But you can also use these pincers if you don't have pliers. And let's get to it. The first thing we'll start with is our wire. What we need to do is to get rid of the rubber that is insulating the copper or the metal. So this rubber insulates the copper, and that's how you don't get electrocuted whenever you touch wires. We will be removing the plastic by first straightening out the wire. Then, using our plier or pincers, we cut circles around the wire. Make sure to be gentle, especially when you're using pliers, else you might cut the copper itself and you might have it be too short to use. Once you make the cut, just slide the rubber off the copper. You could also use a blade to just shave off the insulation as if you would when sharpening a pencil. So the first thing we are going to do with our naked copper is our hair accessory. Let's take our pen. Remember I said it was going to be a mold? This is how we do it. Hold your pen and place the tip of your wire across from the pencil or pen on one end of it, like this. Then cover this with your thumb and bend. If you like to leave spaces between your hair accessory, you could leave it like this. If you don't want to leave spaces, simply push both ends together. I'll be twisting these ends too. They are hard to get all the way, but these pincers should help. Just use the pincers to lower it. Voila! The one end sticking out, we take a COWRIE and then we put it through. And on this end, we bend And there you go, you have the lovely COWRIE charm. The next thing to do is the necklace. These rocks aren't my favorites, but I haven't been to the beach in a while, and these were the only ones I could scare up. They don't necessarily work for a necklace, but we could make it work. When you want to make a rock necklace, the best thing to go for is something that is more elongated, so that you can be able to wrap your wire around it. Rocks don't have holes, but you need to be able to string it, right? That's where this little guy comes in handy. I don't like the color of these rocks. I am going to paint them. I am using my regular fast track method of a simple permanent marker. We have ourselves a black rock now. So I am sipping on iced tea with mint. Let me know if you would like a recipe. It's got a few extra things you wouldn't think of. We are going to attach the wire to our rock here. The smallest point of the rock, so I would want this place to have the wire and the bigger base would come down. It's almost like a teardrop shape. I guess it's not bad now that it's black. Once again, we'll hold it across, then I turn. Here it is important to make sure that your rock is being held on tight by the metal, else it will fall out. Then hold on to your first ring firmly and make a second one. Be firm, be firm. Always remember to be firm. At this point, I'm just going to put the rock down. You leave a bit of string here. Use your pincers to coil up this little bit to make a hole for your string. Then I am going to just fit this right back. Try to make sure it's firm and steady. If it's hard, always remember to use your pincers for support. Look for areas where the wire and the rock are touching. Leave some glue there. We now have a cute locket. I usually string my handmade lockets with shoemaker string. I braid them together to make a thick piece of string. And now I will use some of my leftover accessories. First, let's run this locket through. We'll use a thinner string to bead our lockets. What I do is I put the beads through a thin string like this. Then I take the double strings of my necklace and run it through this loop. Take a careful look. You see what I have now? Then I pull through. There. I'll repeat the same process for the rest. Glue is going to be a helpful little instrument that people with dreadlocks are going to absolutely love. I use this to twist my undergrowth all the time, and if you don't have dreadlocks, this could be the next wonderful gift you could give to that dreadhead friend of yours. Let's get into it. I'm using about 9.5 inches of copper wire, and how we start is to first make a loop. So maybe on the 8th inch, we are going to use our lighter to form a loop shape. So just like we did with the pen, we are going to use the lighter. When we get here, bend the longer side along the shorter end. Now I have something like a P. This shape is a bit too big down here, so I'll try to mold it a bit more. At this point, just continue twisting along the edge. After 2 twists, let me add one of the beads I have left. So then it means skipping this bead and locking it in place. Then continue to twist. So this is our end result. We are not done yet, trust me, it gets better. This is the most useful part of the tool, and so we are going to give it a fancy handle. First thing I am going to do is to lay my piece here, maybe fold it again, and then I will put the end of my design here, and then powder and glue to keep it stiff. Then I will begin to roll.
I'll use a piece of copper to hold the cover in place. Wrap a string of beads around the handle by first sticking a tip of the string of beads to the very beginning of the handle using glue. Continue wrapping the rest of the string along the handle. We'll hold the wrap in place using more glue and powder. Now cut off the excess material. Use the same procedure to wrap the other end of the handle with beads. Here is a unique dreadlock pin.
Runway category is rose gold metal realness, and today I am serving you hair accessories, a cute earring. Look at this locket. Don't tell me you don't want something like this. And of course, this very useful tool that I am sure all dreadheads would like to own. Not only do you get to slay as hard as this, you also get to help the environment by reusing the electric wire. So go on, make any of these pieces and send me a picture. I'll post it on my Instagram. This has been fun, guys. See you next week with a spanking new video. We are going to be cooking, so grab your apron. Hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you don't miss it when it comes out. Thank you for staying and see you again next time. Bye.